turn it off or anything like that, we'll just raise our hands.
Okay. It's not like last week where there was a little allowed to go into a little switch on it.
Yeah,
it's a bit different. No worries. I'll have to be careful with the P's and Q's then.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hey, I'm not a big fan of this sort of behaviour in the warm-ups, the 5-on-5 type stuff.
Oh,
what do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, there's mixed thoughts on that. You're right. On one hand, if you're just doing drills, there's no contact. With wheelchair, you find sometimes if they come out a little bit soft at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, right.
So you do with a little bit of contact stuff. It might be this or 3, 2-on-1s or whatever, just to try and get the chair contact and get yourself sort of...
So get them warmed up into it.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's the bit of the theory behind it anyway, because they come out and, get smashed by the other team and the refs don't call it and... suddenly you're down by 5, 6, 7, whatever.
I guess
we've been a bit soft.
It comes back to the individual players as well, doesn't it? So
well, that's right. Yeah, I mean, you're right. The team
there are some guys that
but some don't. So yeah.
Oh, well, we see it in any type of sport, don't you?
Is that all working?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The match will always be on as well, unless you either switch them off on there. Does that have an off switch?
So we'll wave up and I'll wave up and look to you.
I'll give you a thumbs up to it.
And when we're ready to go off, and then we'll just...
Yeah, sweet. Thank you.
So I'm guessing that...
Considering it's going to be a bit of a blowout, I'll be talking a bit about the different players, mainly for roll hurts, I guess. The importance to secure these 3 wins. Because especially the way the ladder can progress up and down, and you lose one game and it could drop to 4.
So don't be complacent, but also the forward against could come into it. You never know. In the final series, I think we've lost 2 games. Darwin's lost 1 game. It could make a difference. In the final seedings, perhaps. I know that was our thoughts last year. They went to Adelaide and just pumped it by 100 because we played them early in the year. And if we had been, been fought against on them, and somebody else played them later in the year, and we're totally around ours, that they might end up higher up the ladder. So we didn't want to pump it by 100, but
You had to.
that's right. Yeah. But I guess that once we did that, the others realised we had a really good point against, and so then perhaps they didn't play as hard against them.
The other thing, we'll talk about the importance of having a squad like this one in the league. While they might get pumped, it's not preparing just for now. This is preparing for the future. You're getting these players with some relevant experience that we might not have seen, and it might be a throwback to a player like the Copa who came in when he was young.
Rookies, Jared came through as a rookie as well, and the Wollongong's got Ethan there. So I guess the difference there is he's come to Ethan and the younger guys there are 1 or 2 in a very experienced team, as opposed to Brisbane that maybe taking into it from what you call Brisbane. But what is Southern Districts? If you're listening from Perth, and you say Southern Districts, shouldn't they have to have something in their mind that says, where they're from? Southern Districts is what, Anyway, I'll get off that soapbox.
You can go for it.
No, I won't say that. But yeah, you're right. So their approach is a little bit different. I guess they've got a lot of players, and so they have a really long bench, and a number of them miss out, and they'll probably perhaps lose enthusiasm maybe. So by having up players for 2 teams, they split it and throw what you might just call a development team maybe. They've got 1 or 2 sort of experienced guys, the import, Bugsy, but perhaps I think you're right. We're looking at this one as a bit more of a development team to get minutes under the belt and good experience for them, and you're right. We're working to the future.
Do you want to touch on the 3x3?
All I know is they lost. There might be something there that I think that's where are they coming?
On the 3x3? Or
yeah, I mean, because what's his name? Jared's mum said it's the only win they'll get this year. She reckons. What's the table? Are the Titans down the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. All right. So that's probably unexpected, perhaps. But maybe at the beginning we'd say they've won the 3-on-3 game before this. They were on a high. But she used to have it all up and about. Were they? Yeah. So you could say that, they might come out on a high and at least make things difficult for the first few minutes for the Rollhawks and see how they cope with that. How that is. In a game.
Yeah, I'll just throw that. Is there any crossover? Can we take some crossover from that into this game?
Yeah.
Get your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
It's
still don't expect them to win the game by any means, but it's interesting, when you start games that you're expected to win by a lot. But at the beginning, it could be like 10-8, 12-10. That first half of the quarter, teams often have enough in them to make it difficult. But if you don't come out on your game from the very first minute, you sort of do struggle through that first few minutes or half a quarter, and then pull away after that. But that might be what happens at the momentum.
We kind of saw that last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
They didn't pull ahead until they won the game.
That's right. That's when it really comes through. Yeah. They don't perhaps have the depth or maybe just the stamina to keep playing at a high level for a long period. Whereas teams like Darwin and the Rollhawks with the experience players they've got, they do have that ability to play at a high level the whole way. Whereas other teams are sort of up a bit, now down, and then they drop off. Could be lose their arms a bit, whatever.
I will be making a comment about the pickleball going on over the other side as well.
Where's the I know the camera. It's going through his loop, that sport, isn't it? 32. Have you played it? Or? Yeah. Good.
We'll probably go about 2 minutes.
Time to get crazy, Roll fans. Number 1, Sean Russell. Number 2, Ethan Hunt. Number 3, Number 6, Thomas Clyde. Number 7, Tim Smith. Number 8, John Figueroa. Number 10, Stephen Elliott. Number 12, Jared Anthony. Number 13, Luke Cotton. Number 19, Tristan Knowles. Number 56, Jordy Lewis. Coached by Kevin Stickers.
When I have this audio turned down now, can you still hear it clearly? You can still... yeah, can you hear the audio through the micro that the commentators have right now? Okay, maybe let's see. Let me see. They don't have switches on their micro, so I think it's up to my camera. How about now? Can you hear down there near their audio? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, yeah, because the commentators aren't really good, so I've got to make sure that their audio is heard, not me, not the room. Because the camera won't pick up that. said it was working. I've got a guy who was I've just switched the line. Can you hear it now?
So strong D to start from the Rollerhawks.
So Brown and Popel were a two-man game. Popel takes a shot, can't connect. Another rebound there. Looks like it's Murray now with it.
That's normally Luke's shot, that bank shot. He really likes that, so he'll probably look for that some more if the defense doesn't come out.
Berry now with the ball. He lines up the shot, doesn't take on, gets it up, can't connect. Klein almost thought about grabbing that ball, but watched it go out of bounds. Now, we saw Thomas Klein come on last week, has a great impact, big rebounds in small minutes. And expect to see the same thing from him tonight?
Yeah, definitely do. He's a young guy, first season with the Rollerhawks, has played with Darwin, did win the championship with Darwin, was around for a couple of years before that as well. So I believe his background's from England, I believe, from the accent. But yeah, definitely looking for big things from Klein's side. A
great pass there from Murray Frans. Artel can't connect on the shot. Brown and pushing for the ball. Gets it to Smith. Smith finds Popel. Back to Brown. He's away. Got Klein coming down the middle. Rua's in support. Smith in support. Brown just pushes into the middle. And we've got a foul. First foul of the game.
You've got to say it's a slow start for the Rollerhawks, I think, Tim. 2.5 minutes in nearly, haven't got a point yet. And similar to the last game that we commentated, they had a really slow start, let the other team come out. While it's only 2 points so far, it's still what they would consider a slow start, I think.
I'd be slow a little bit. Cold out here too, mate. So
yeah.
As Ruiz finds Popel over in that corner, like he said, that's Luke's shot there. Looks to shoot, passes to Klein. He takes a shot, can't connect. Rebound goes long. Reese Higgins couldn't control it, and it's going to be a Rollerhawks ball.
They get another chance there. Probably lucky to get another possession out of that, really. A bit of a loose ball. But let's see if they can run some offense here. They look like they're in position at the moment and see what they run.
Ruiz finds Brown to Popel, who's got his shot here. Doesn't look for it straight away. Finds Brown inside. Nice pass, nice bucket. Rollerhawks on the board.
And get it set up there by Colin Smith, the one-pointer, or 1.5, I think he is. Cut through the paint, sealed, and the big guy trailed through and got closer to the basket for an easy shot.
So Berry now with the ball. He's looking, as you said before, see him do a lot. Murray now with it. Comes up to the elbow, doesn't hesitate, takes a shot, misses. Klein with the rebound. The Rollerhawks are off. Ruiz pushing up the court. Has Brown. Nice pass inside. He's been...
Oh, great push there. Great push by Brown and a nice pass. Look, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm so excited about that one.
Well, that makes two of us because I was just about to say
that was
Brown.
Spot on, that pass from the import for the Rollerhawks.
As we see the first substitution, Colin Smith checking out and Nick Scott checking in.
That's what they really would need to look for, the Rollerhawks. Push the floor, get the ball up to the big guy under the basket. He can finish. I mean, all day that's what they should be looking for.
So Brown connects on the free throw. Gives the Rollerhawks a 3-point lead. 6 minutes 45 left to go in the first quarter. As we see Berry now pushing the ball up for the Titans. Back to Farto. He's got it. Looking. Takes a shot. Misses. Another rebound here for Brown. He's got some support. They're out in the break here. Ruiz with the ball. Steadies the ship. Turns back. Popel on the wing. Popel now. Scoots in the middle. Doesn't like the shot. Kicks across to Brown. Takes a shot. Connects.
Yeah, nice skip pass there through the key. Perhaps a little bit lucky. It was only around head height. Could have been deflected, but it found the target and finished off there by Brown.
Nakia Fatu from the Titans. Very controlled and measured, isn't he? Nothing looks like he's ever going to rush him, does it? He just has all the time in the world when he's got the ball.
He's looking very good in these early minutes, Tim, I agree. The Titans also look to have a fairly high classification team there. They don't look like they've got any low pointers, and with the Rollerhawks have got like a low and a couple of mids and a high, as opposed to the Titans look like more of a spread in classification points. I'm talking about a mid type team.
As Popel now on the wing, kicks it across to Ruiz, other side, takes a shot, can't connect. We've got Brown out of his chair, a little bit of contact, and you're right. Titans coming. They got 2 4-pointers, one 3.5, and then 2 2. So no 1-pointer out there, which we got a substitution for them now. As I say that,
I think perhaps being a development or more of a development team, as we mentioned earlier, a lot of first-year players, they would get the 2 classification deduction points, which allows them to run 16 classification points on court at any one time. So that is an advantage that they do have by having a lot of rookies on their team.
Yeah, and it's great for the league, though, isn't it? To have all these younger players or less experienced players getting this experience out there against especially class opposition like the Rollerhawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Brisbane area, playing as the Southern District Spartans and Titans here tonight, obviously got a wealth of players, so they've decided to put 2 teams in, one a little bit more senior and this one here being a little bit more on the development side of things, propped up by an American import, which makes them a bit competitive and is obviously showing his experience here now with the ball.
Yeah, Fa'atu now with the ball.
Oh, sorry, not with the ball. My mistake, sorry.
I was just about to say, he's just about to get it. Doesn't. That goes across there. So Williams can't make a shot. Klein with another rebound. He's looking. Ruiz is pushing out. Doesn't take him long to get up the court. The Rollerhawks at the moment. Ruiz now steadies the ship, turns around, has a shot if he wants it, doesn't want it, finds Brown down low, takes a shot, it connects on number 2.
Brown in the paint again. That's what they're looking for. Going to their strength, playing to their strengths. And they've got a decent lead now. Yeah,
well, 7 points for Jonty Brown already. 7 of the 9 points. As we see a substitution here. Nick Scott checking out. And no, he's not. So Klein and Pope will check out. Tristan Knowles checks in for his first minutes of the game. When was the last time Tristan was benched at the start of the game, you reckon?
It's been a while. It's been a while, Tim. I don't want to speculate. It's been a while.
How would he take that, do you reckon?
He's good. He's a team player. He'd be right with that.
Fa'atu now with the ball. Taking on Smith. Looks. Comes across. He's got Murray. A little bit of size advantage there. Back to Fa'atu. Nice move. Gets inside. Can't connect. Knowles on the rebound. Pushes to Ruiz. Brown pushing on the opposite side. Knowles in the middle. Ruiz has support. Looks across. There's Knowles. Back to Brown. And good hands there from Murray twice. 2 blocks. Smith with the hands to kick it out to Ruiz. Knowles now. Steadies. Takes a 3. Can't connect. Gets his own rebound. Second chance opportunities here for the Rollerhawks. Giving them too many shots if you're a Titans fan. Knowles now. Shot clock running down. Got to get it up. Looks inside to Smith. Chucks up shot. Can't connect. And another rebound there for Murray. Fa'atu now. Out to Berry. And Berry looking. We talk about controlled players. He's very controlled, isn't he, when he's got it, Berry? Good pass. Fa'atu. He's got it. Oh, Williams, Berry gets a shot up. Can't connect. Ruiz gets a rebound, and the Rollerhawks are up again.
We expect Berry to take a lot of shots tonight, but you can see he's also trying to include his teammates. But I think in previous games he's taken around 20 shots a game.
And great pass there from Ruiz. Finds Jonty Brown down low.
Again, and that's what they're going to, definitely. The combinations that the Rollerhawks have got on at the moment, 2 low pointers, Tim, 2 low pointers, a mid pointer, and 2 highs. And again, just looking at the different variations that the teams put on and coaches work through in this first quarter already with Coach Stibners has been through a few different sort of adjustments, if you like.
So, Berry now, we'll come back to that in a second, but Berry with the ball looking. Titans looking to get their offense going. Back to Murray. Doesn't mind a shot, Murray, and connects. Over the outstretched hand, Nick Scott, really no match for him. Murray just used his size advantage and got a great shot up. Ruiz pushing back down. Knowles on the other wing. This will go up. It doesn't. And we're going offensive foul on Jonty Brown.
I mean, I guess technically basketball's a non-contact sport, Tim, but as we know, there is a certain amount of contact in both the able body and the wheelchair. On that occasion, very experienced referee Wells has deemed that the contact was a little bit too much at that time. Trying to get it into the paint under the basket again, though.
I love how complimentary you are of referees, mate. It's sensational.
There's no game without them, Tim.
I'm sure that's how you felt when you were coaching all the time too.
Yeah.
Fatu now with the ball. Looking to get out. Like I said, the Titans really doing a great job of getting into their offense, getting through their sets. Fatu still got Knowles meets him now. Back to Murray. Again, nice shot there from Murray. And he gets the 2, and he's been fouled. So Jordi Ruiz just looks at the referee, says, who, me? Puts his hand up. And we're going to see Cody Murray up to take the bonus. He's been impressive so far.
He has been. Yeah, he has been, definitely. Got some potential. Didn't look to be too much in that one, but obviously the referees protect the shooter. So it just takes a little tap if you're shooting and you'll probably get a call, but good job. And wasn't able to convert on the free throw, though, Tim.
Can't convert. Brown with the rebound. Knowles has got it. Again, he's off. Knowles looking. Little head fake. Back to Rose. Great pass. Great bucket.
The low pointers there on the Roller Hawks back picked a couple of the defenders, which really opened up the front court, and an easy basket there from the Roller Hawks as a result.
And you see the celebration of the team for those low pointers doing their job, as you just pointed. Fatu now with the ball. Finds Berry. Berry, nice little dish inside to Williams. He takes a shot. Can't connect. Rebound goes to Smith, but Knowles collects it. He's pushing up the court. Got help on either side of him. Goes straight down the middle. Oh, nice pass to Ruiz again, and he connects them too. These two are really starting to build a great combination, aren't they? Knowles and Ruiz.
Yeah, they certainly are, Tim. And you can see some good teamwork there with, setting a seal, holding the ball on one side, skip across the paint, and an easy basket.
Fatu to Murray. Murray takes a shot. Can't connect. Rebound to Ruiz. They're off again. He's looking for an outlet. Doesn't have it. He's just going to push it. Telling Brown to stay out in the wing. Brown gets it now. Lines up, takes a 3. Can't connect on that one. Knowles is going to try and chase it down. Got tied up a little bit. And ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Titans ball.
Early shot there again from the Rollers, but Roller Hawks, my mistake. Again, geez. Yeah, but if the open shot's there, they want to try and draw the defence out. So Brown taking that early shot, couldn't convert on that occasion. But down the other end, it was interesting to see that the Titans also settled for an outside shot early. Perhaps they're finding it hard to get in the paint as well. So at the moment, it's an out of the paint game.
So Berry now with the ball as we look to see what they set up. Fatu comes up to give him some help, free him up. Murray frees him up, rolls through the middle, gets the pass, can't connect on the 2. Good defense there from Brown. Ruiz saves the ball. To Brown, pushes to Knowles. He's got a 1-on-3 here. That's not going to scare him. He lines up here from the wing. Great pass inside to Jonty Brown again. Can't connect. A rebound for Williams. The Titans are out. Fatu now. Doesn't want to push it too far. Pulls back. Gets some support now. He's got Murray on his left, but he go down the middle himself. Scoop shot and connects for 2. So nice little settled offense there from Fatu. Didn't rush into it and just took the shot that was in front of him.
Yeah, nice transition. He came from a long way up the court. But it has been interesting. They've run a couple of pick and rolls, just haven't been able to convert, haven't been able to finish at the last. But Roller Hawks have the last shot here, Tim.
Well, they won't. Ruiz gets it up early. Doesn't connect. Williams with the rebound. 7 seconds left on the clock before the end of the quarter. Fatu looking. Murray. You're going to get caught up here and don't get the shot off. So it's a interesting first quarter. Roller Hawks lead 15 points to 8 as we go into the break. And how do you see the first quarter, Brendan?
I think it's probably as expected. As we said earlier in the quarter, it was a fairly slow start from the Roller Hawks. Definitely a lot of, tenacity shown. Would be the word I might use for the Titans. They're definitely getting stuck in. They're not here to make up the numbers. They're having a good go. 15-8. I think that's probably a pretty decent start for the Titans, and see if they can continue on with that.
We kind of feel like they'd be pretty happy with that, wouldn't they? They're coming in. They know that they're up against it. They're the underdogs in this game. But to come out and have 8 points, be within 7 points of the Roller Hawks, of a class opposition, like one of the benchmarks of the competition, for them to come out now and just be 7 points down after one quarter, they'd be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. And they were executing. They had a few good pick and rolls that I mentioned earlier. There was just that last shot that they weren't able to finish off. Just a little bit of the polish, I guess you could say. But you can definitely see that the makings are there, the foundations are there. They are trying to place some structure, trying to get some decent looks in the paint, but also taking a few outside shots to try and pull the defence out. Just haven't quite been able to convert on it. I guess that's just what you can see at the moment. But they made the Rollerhawks work early on, especially. It wasn't until the Rollerhawks got further into the game, had a few rotations, got a little bit more teamwork going. I felt they got into the paint a little bit more, got Brown under the basket, got a bit of confidence up, broke the seal, I guess.
Yeah, and like for the Titans, they've come out here. They're shooting 22% from the field right now, so they probably want to settle that down. They're getting some good looks, but I think that might be part of it as well. When you're a less experienced team, you come out, you get good looks, but you might just not have that polish to finish off because you don't sometimes feel like you should be getting those looks.
Exactly
the other thing that they've got to do is work a little bit better on the rebounds right now. Rebound count, 18 to the Rollerhawks, 10 to the Titans. When you are missing more shots, you are giving up more defensive rebounds, of course. We get that. But the Rollerhawks really did a great job through Jonty Brown and Klein when he was out there, getting their hands on the ball and creating those second chance opportunities and creating those rebounding opportunities. So I guess for the Titans, they probably want to tighten that up as we get ready to get back underway here for the second quarter. But let's not forget, they kept them scoreless. They kept the Rollerhawks scoreless for 3 minutes. Now, if they can do that again, for a couple of times each quarter, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, you're right, Tim. That's what it's about, I think, for the Titans, is, small chunks. Don't look at the end result, just look at what they can piece together. They talk about a score, a stop, a score type thing. If they can string 3 good possessions together at both ends, I think that's what they'd be aiming for. It's just only those smaller chunks or 3 minutes. And if they can get some wins in that respect, then, they can take something away from it.
Well, a little victory there for the Titans as Coach Kyle just didn't argue the point, but just said to the referee, hey, look, there was no other jump ball in the quarter. That should be our possession. They've won the possession narrow. The team celebrated that little win. Hey, and that's what you got to do, isn't it? Celebrate the little wins all the time.
Absolutely. Politely reminded the referees and the bench that it was actually their possession. I think he went about it the right way, and they get the first possession this second quarter.
Well, let's see what we can do. So, Berry now with the ball. And we've got Bugsy North on the court for the first time tonight. So, Berry. Fa'atu. He's got the ball. He's looking. Won't hesitate to shoot that. And banks it home for the first 3-point make of the game. What a big one that one was.
Oh, it certainly was. We just mentioned Bugsy. Bugsy has been around for a number of years. I remember seeing Bugsy before, so he does bring a little bit more experience again. Perhaps that contributed somewhat to the structure they had on the court and being able to make that 3-pointer. Speaking of
experience, Tristan Knowles now with the ball. Looking. Kicks it across to Brown. Brown back to Knowles. He's just going to look for a good shot there. Tries to force in. Great hands from Murray. Ruiz hesitates taking the shot. Can't connect. Fa'atu with another rebound. Looks for the big outlet pass. Can't get past the outstretched hands of Brown. Looks up. Ruiz. Knowles. Hesitates taking the shot and connects on another 2.
Yeah, no, good look there from the Rollerhawks. Obviously, he had one out on defence. He was looking for the fast break, but had got the intercept, got it back quickly. Found the open man, and Tristan knocked it down.
And you don't knock that pass that the Titans tried to get. Brown's just got some long arms and just did a great job. As we see Murray here, speaking of long arms, with the ball, the shot clock counting down, gets the shot up, can't connect on that one. Another rebound there for Brown. He's looking to push. He's got Knowles in support, uses him. Coming down the court, Knowles, Ruiz, Brown. Oh, great defense there from Fa'atu. Can't connect. Murray with another rebound. They're going to push out here. Berry now with the ball. Great job by Knowles to stop him. Fa'atu. Apologies if I get the name wrong. I am trying. He looks to Berry. Scoops into Murray. Murray with the shot over Nick Scott again. Can't connect on that one. And Ruiz gets the ball. That seems to be a matchup they want to go to. Murray, if he's got Scott on him, try and use that size advantage. Just Knowles can't connect.
Yeah, definitely. With the different classifications that we've got on the court at the moment, I mentioned earlier, the Rollerhawks running 2 low pointers at the moment. So the Titans are obviously looking to get in the paint. If they can't get that, they look for a matchup on a low pointer.
So Berry gets his own 3-point shot up. Can't connect. Knowles and Brown fight for the rebound. Brown comes away with it. Pushes ahead to Knowles. He's going steady. See what's in front of him. Looks to go himself. Uses Brown on the other. Short corner back to Knowles. Makes a 2. Gets a foul. And a head nod of approval.
Oh, there's definitely like a give and go. I mean, a cross-court give and go, really, wasn't it? From one side of the court to the other, but then he noticed the gap, cut into the paint, got the feed back in, and a layup +1. I mean, yeah, that's great play, great teamwork by the Rollerhawks.
And we talked about it before with these low pointers. You got Nick Scott out there. You've got Jared Emeny out there. Is this a lineup they probably want to look at utilising when someone like Hannah Dodd isn't available, or is it one that you might see them use any time?
I think it's a good combination to use when you need to give Hannah a rest at times. Hannah might start being a 0-pointer, a female in the Open League, but definitely should be probably the second rotation.
Nice pass to Murray from Farto. Can't connect. Brown with the rebound. He looks up. He just whips it out to Knowles. Nice little cake. And he makes it 2 and gets fouled again. What a great pass that was from Jonty Brown. And what an advantage it is to have a big rebounder who's able to just kickstart the offense from the other end of the court through one pass all the way up the other end.
End-to-end play. Yeah, great to see. Just, we saw one not come off for the Titans a minute ago, but they're definitely trying that as well. I mean, cheap, easy baskets and also got fouled. I mean, there's not much to gain by, when you've got a high pointer under the basket there and is definitely going to make it. But I guess he's trying. He's having a go. You can't knock that.
And we've got a substitution there for the Titans with Bugsy North and Charles Smart coming off. Braden Packer enters the game for his first time. And Reese Higgins also back into the game. So Farto now with the ball. Looking, see what's in front of him. Again, great patience here from the Titans. They look to set up. Oh, little miscommunication there. Berry wasn't looking. He was just having a chat with his teammate, trying to help him get in the right position, and the pass just went out of bounds.
Yeah, they were trying to run that pick and roll on the side there. I think they had the defence way out on the three-point line, which is a given. Once someone's out beyond the three, you should pick them. So they're trying to do the right thing, but just not paying attention to the ball, or the ball carrier not paying attention, perhaps.
And so Brown and Knowles with these cross-court passes, finding each other back again to Brown. He's going to take the shot. Lines up, can't connect. Ruiz with the rebound. He's now looking for some help. Takes a shot himself and banks it home. But Jordy Ruiz has been a little bit more controlled tonight. We saw him try and push his way into the game last week. This week he's just settled down, taken his time and taken what's in front of him.
He certainly has. He's done a little bit of everything from what I've seen. He's been passing, set some seals, got Brown under the basket, a nice bank shot there to finish off, and there he is now on the fast break.
Yeah, he's pushing out here. Murray's coming up to cut him off. Does so. Back out to Knowles. He'll take this. He doesn't take a shot. Nice little fake. Works his way inside. Uses Brown again inside, who makes another 2.
Knowles drew all the defence. Brown was wide open on the other side.
We've got the first time out here for the Southern District Spartans. Southern District Titans. So, yeah, just better care at Rollerhawks leading 26. The Southern District Titans 11. So, of course, we just mentioned Just Better Care Rollerhawks. The Carina Leagues Club sponsoring the Southern District Titans and the Spartans as well, so great support to them. And, of course, the WBA is supported by the Beluga Foundation. So without these sponsors, the league doesn't happen, and we're grateful for those. So here we are, time out here. 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It's a 15-point lead to the Rollerhawks. Is this a time when they'll be starting to push ahead, or what do you think is going to happen?
I think that's what Coach Kyle believes. He's called that timeout. The Rollerhawks on a little bit of a run there, so he thought it was time to just take a minute, take stock, get the troops in, have a chat. He's talking about putting down towards the defensive end there now. And what they can do there to try and keep the Rollerhawks and the big guys especially out from under the basket. We did mention before they have got a bit of a height advantage over the Rollerhawks, having those classification deductions, but I think it's a good time for a timeout there, just with the Rollerhawks starting to get on top a little bit more.
And you talk about Jordy Ruiz doing a bit of everything. So he's already got 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Jonty Brown's 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. And Tristan Knowles only played the 8 minutes so far, which is a bit of a surprise for many Rollerhawks fans out there. He's got 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. So those 3 are really doing a bit of everything for him. On the other side, we've got Murray with 4 points, Farto with 7. Murray also with 5 rebounds. And Berry yet to score, but been around everything. As the ball goes out of bounds, Rollerhawks ball, we'll see how they go.
The Titans found the mismatch there again on the elbow or the foul line area. They had the high pointer shooting over the low pointer. Just there we talked about that polish and being able to connect and finish off is probably where they're lacking at the moment.
So Knowles to Brown, back to Knowles. They like this cross-court pass, don't they, these two? To Ruiz. Brown, he's going to take the shot here. I feel like he's taken that same shot about 20 times tonight already. Murray with the rebound. Fartu kicks ahead to Berry. He looks what he's got. great defense there from the Roller Hawks. The transition defense stops the offense. Fatu now with the ball, looking inside. He's got Murray now over in the corner. Takes a shot, connects on the 2, and a nice little play there from the Titans.
Yes, I think it was Berry actually that set the screen there, locked up the 2 defenders. He was open on the 45 and knocked that one down. That was a nice shot.
Knowles now with the ball, gets matched there, back inside to Ruiz, takes a shot, can't connect. Knowles taps it out of bounds, but it's a little bit too strong for anyone. And talking about support, just a big shout out to Kath and Graham Lancaster. Couldn't make it down here tonight. Big supporters of the Roller Hawks. I'm sure they're at home right now enjoying a glass of red as they're watching the stream. So, g'day to Kath and Graham. They are missed here, but it's always good to see them
long-time supporters, very strong supporters of the Roller Hawks. And, a shout out to the Lancasters.
So Fatu now with the ball to Murray. Back to Fatu. He's looking, setting. Look at him go now. He's got an opening. Opens right up, spins back towards the middle. He takes a shot, can't connect. The ball kind of just fell into Knowles. I think it took him a little bit by surprise how it got there. He's going to push forward though. They've left him wide open. That's not a good thing for any team. He finds Ruiz. And back to Knowles. You don't want to give him 2 looks at the shot, but he's going to use Brown. And there's that cross-court pass we talked about. Back to Knowles. Takes a shot, rattles it home, and very hesitant to shoot it there, wasn't he, Tristan?
Very patient. The Roller Hawks are being very patient. You can see they're getting some passes in at the moment, reversing the ball, getting some skips, getting it through the point. And if they can't get anything inside, then they've obviously got some outside shooters that can knock that down.
So Berry now looking to move. Nick Scott just got caught up there. Has been called for the foul.
The Roller Hawks are playing an extended defence there, and you can see Nick Scott coming out to try and stop the ball carrier, but then the other player comes up to set the pick. He was trying to squeeze through a gap that wasn't there off that pick, and obviously the rest scored. They've been able to execute a little bit off that. You can see that that's what the Titans are trying to do, though, is run that pick and roll as the defence extends and see if they can get someone open and rolling to the basket.
So a substitution there with Popel and Klein checking in. I believe it was Scott and Brown checking out. So Berry now with the ball, looking to create. Down the corner now, looking for some support. Has it through Murray. Murray, Fatu now with the ball. He wants some support. Back to Berry. Unable to get the shot up. Well, he does after the buzzer and it goes in. Hey, great confidence booster for that shot to be going down. Probably want to do it with the 24 still on the clock.
Yeah, always good to see it go through the basket, even though he took the opportunity after the shot clock. But let's see, the Roller Hawks are able to set up here and let's see what they run to.
Yeah, I was watching Coach Sibner's having a chat with Popel, so interested to see what comes from it. Knowles now with the ball, looking to create. He's got Popel now on the wing, takes a shot, can't connect on that one. Popel tries to save the rebound himself, unable to, and it's going to be a Titans ball. Hey, a nice shot there for the Roller Hawks, unable to connect, but that's the type of stuff that you want to see an offense go through in a game like this where it's a 15-point lead midway through the second quarter.
Yeah, it gives them an opportunity to run some different things there, get different players involved, move the ball around, and obviously just confidence boosters as much as anything. It was good to see Luke get that shot up. I'm sure he would have preferred to connect on it, but it was definitely a good look.
So here we are. Berry now with the ball. Looking to work it around. Fatu. Moving. Had Parker inside. I only able to see that ball coming, and it just goes out of bounds. Again, good patience there, good movement there from the Titans, just unable to execute the final stages.
He came off the pick. The pick was made. He came off the pick, but he did have a defender on him. He just wasn't looking for the ball to come, so just a little bit of inexperience coming through.
I was about to say, is that an experience thing right there as we see Klein miss a shot?
Yeah, I'd say so, Tim. I mean, you can see they're working on it.
And Berry's away here. 1-on-2, goes to take it up. Heavy contact, no call. He's off. Popel's got the ball. He's off down the other end of the court. Looking to see what's in front of him. The lane opens up. A scoop pass across to Ruiz. Could have taken the shot. Kicks it out to Knowles. Back to Popel, who's going to take the shot here. And he knocks it down.
Oh, the last one was a warm-up, Tim. Just a cider, if you like, but he definitely knocked out. He got a little more height on that one. The previous one hit the front of the ring. That one, nothing but net.
As we see the stoppage here, just to help Packer get into his chair. My apologies.
Popel gave him the assist back up into the chair as well there, so good to see the two teams getting on when the whistle blows.
Always, isn't it? Always. No bad blood in any of these games. as Williams now with the ball. Looking across. He's got far too. Seeing what's in front of him. Done a lot of work so far. Williams is going to try and go down the middle. Can't. Ruiz stopped him. Has to take the shot. Probably one that he didn't want to take, and it goes out of bounds. So good defense there again from Ruiz and the Rollerhawks, forcing the Titans into a shot they probably didn't want to take right there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Rollerhawks are playing a very extended defence, as we've been talking about, keeping the opposition out of the Titans out of the paint, and literally leaving no other option other than to take that sort of foul line shot's the best they can get, a foul line shot over a low pointer.
So Knowles now back to Popel to Ruiz. Nice ball movement there. Back to Knowles in the middle and unable to connect. Seems like the Rollerhawks, when they move the ball around, with that kick across the court and then kick it back around the top of the key, they're able to open up that lane to a cutter who's getting that easy inside shot. They seem like they can do that any time they want to at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, the more decisions you can make the defence to have to make, then the better chance you've got of them making a bad decision. I think on that occasion there, they made a bad decision, let Jared seal, then Tristan came in behind him. Yeah, they fed the ball into him, layup +1. So, yeah, definitely moving the ball around, makes the defence move, makes them make decisions, and, this is the result.
Tristan Knowles misses a free throw.
Oh, sorry, he missed. I thought he made he made it, and it's a one, but no, it wasn't. He missed it.
He missed that one.
Oh, my bad. Expected Tristan to make that, actually.
I think Tristan was expecting to make that too.
I think
he makes the second free
yeah.
throw. I'm sure he'll be pretty happy with himself right now.
Yeah.
Great hands there from Jared Emney, but we've got a foul. So great job by Jared Emney. Creates the turnover. We've got a foul. Didn't see who that one was on.
I think it was on 32, Barry.
Well, that's his second. So Rollerhawks now, Ruiz. Back to Knowles. They're looking to set their offense. Popel now at top of the key. Back to Ruiz. It's going to go back to Popel. He's going to take the shot here. Gets it up. Can't connect. Murray with another rebound. Feels like that's his 100th for the game. It's not. Number 7, I believe. I think they've shortchanged him a few. But now Berry's got the ball. He's pushing forward. Back out to Murray. Looks to shoot. A little bit short on that one. Ruiz with the ball. Rollerhawks are off. Knowles and Popel on the wing. Ruiz just steadies it. Uses Popel this time. Looks to go inside. Doesn't. Back out to Ruiz. Now to Knowles, who line up the three. It's called a 2, just over the line. And it connects.
Another shift on the focus of offense there from the left wing right across the paint, right across the court, over to the right wing and found Tristan open to knock it down.
So Berry now with the ball, pushing forward, seeing what's in front. Likes the shot himself. Rolls out. Knowles with the rebound. He's got Ruiz flying down the court. Uses him. Nice pass. Nice finish. Rollerhawks lead 35-13 with 20 seconds left here as the Titans look to go up. Pushing forward. And we got a stoppage. Oh, I think it's Packer out of his chair again.
I think I heard the referee say blood then. Tim, might be a stoppage for some blood, perhaps?
Looks like Berry's moved to the sideline.
They're putting some tape on his finger there. Perhaps he's had a cut or a graze or something. They're putting some tape over the bloodied area, I think.
Well, with that you talked about before, with the way the chairs hit and the hands on the wheels all the times, there's a fair bit that can go wrong there, can't they? Not just that, just the wear and tear.
Absolutely. Over the years, you have seen a few nasty injuries that can occur. Just a sort of a side effect of the game, I think, or occupational hazard.
So 13 seconds left on the clock before the end of the first half. Titans are going to have the ball. Let's see what they can set up here. Great. Look, the stoppage gives them a great chance to really get into an offensive set, doesn't it? So Packer now with the ball. Kicks inside. Higgins. Looks to use Murray. Can't get it over the outstretched hands of Knowles. Knowles has got Popel flying down the outside. Looks to use him. Great pass. Popel is called for the offensive foul. So good defense there from Higgins to get back and get in front of Popel and take the charge.
It was definitely a good push. I mean, that's part of the game as well, being able to get up and down the court in your chair, quickly and, being able to maneuver your chair. And on that occasion, the Titans player was able to get back and stop the easy layup from Popel, and they've got 1 second to score.
I was about to say 1.2 seconds left. It's a bit of a Hail Mary, isn't it? As you see it come in, gets it to Murray, gets the shot up. Oh, can't connect. And not a bad first half that we got to see as the Just Better Care Wollongong Rollerhawks 35 lead the Southern District Titans, sponsored by the Carina Leagues Club, as we mentioned, 13. So we'll be back in a few minutes with all the second half action. Thanks so much.
And welcome back to Shellharbour City Stadium here as the Just Better Care Wollongong Rollhawks take on the Southern District Titans tonight. My name's Tim Fairs. Joining me tonight is Brendan Dowler. Brendan, how did you see the first half?
Went fairly as expected, I'd say, Tim. A bit of a slow start from the Rollerhawks, but certainly have surged out to a decent lead, particularly as the half went on. We can see that the Titans are definitely trying to play some structure and play, run some pick and rolls and get some shots into the paint. But the extended defense from the Rollerhawks is really making that difficult for them, and they're having to take some outside shots, which are obviously lower percentage. Rollerhawks getting up and down the court. As the half went on, they started getting some good looks under the basket, which is what every team looks for. Points in the paint. That wins matches. So see if that continues this game, or if the Titans can come out and shake it up a little bit. I think we did talk about the Titans just getting small wins. Definitely where the teams are positioned on the table. Rollerhawks are expected to win, but if the Titans can take away some small wins, then they can take something out of this game.
And we saw from the Rollerhawks a big three of Jonty Brown, Tristan Knowles and Geordie Ruiz really took control, especially at the end of that first quarter into the second quarter. So Brown with 13 points, Knowles with 12 and Ruiz with 8 lead the way. For the Titans, they've only had 2 scorers so far. Surprisingly, one of them hasn't been Peter Berry. He's come scores. He's a known scorer, second in 3 points made per game. 6 in scoring total points for the season so far. So him being scoreless kind of hampers them a little bit. But Fayata and Murray have really tried to lead the way with 7 points and 6 points respectively. So do you expect to see a little bit more out of Peter Berry this quarter or this half?
This half, we'd like to, but the Rollerhawks is obviously their focal point. So if he's their main scorer and has been, that's going to be the focus. Make somebody else score.
So it's back underway here. Popel takes a shot there, can't connect. Nice rebound there from Nick Scott. Passes it to Jonty Brown, and he's back on the board.
That was a pass from Luke, I believe. Tim, is that what you call that, a pass from Luke?
I don't know. I think it was one of us was heckling him at half-time, telling him to do something. Now, I know it wasn't you. But
they got the result. They got the score. That's the main thing.
So as the Titans now with the ball through Berry. Knowles all over him. Inside now. Keeley to Murray. Murray, you've seen him take that shot a few times this game. Fartow now with the ball. Over the top there. Tries to get it to Berry. Does so. Gets the shot up. And it just rolls out. He's got to be thinking, what do I have to do to make a bucket right now?
Nearly had his first score of the game, but used all of the ring, but didn't drop for him.
So that's the second or third one that's rolled out now. Popel with the ball. Pushes out to Knowles. Knowles to Brown. A cross-court pass to Popel. Goes to go back. Great hands from Berry. Pushes up now. Emily tries to get it. Farto now. He's going to have the lane open right up for him. Looks to use his support. And we've had a stoppage here.
Player in danger.
Yeah. Is it Jared Emily now?
Yeah.
So substitution here for the Titans. So Jasha Keatley checks out. And checking back in is Braden Packer. So Titans now with the ball. Fartow. Looking. Seeing what's opened up for him. Murray trying to get going. Fartow takes a shot himself. Can't connect on the three. Knowles with the rebound. Looking to push. He doesn't want to waste any time. Almost running into the back of Popel there. Plenty of options. Kicks it back out. And they reset. So Popel spinning. Lines up the deep. Well, I thought he took the 2. Doesn't. Passes it to Brown, who connects again on the inside.
Yeah, Nick Scott working with Brown there. Got him in under the basket. Set a nice little seal and found Brown open under the basket. Got the ball in and he finished off. Again, points in the paint. That's what the Rollerhawks are working for.
Yeah, it's been a strong focal point for them tonight, hasn't it? The points in the paint. So they currently got 24 points in the paint so far. As we see Berry with his first shot, and he's on the board. That would feel good.
He wasn't going to go scoreless for the match, that's for sure. He's had a couple of shots, and he's finally broken the seal, and hopefully for the Titans, he can continue with that.
So Knowles pushing through the middle. Oh, just opened right up for him, and he takes what looked like an easy 2.
Yeah, he just used his hips there to wriggle through the gap, didn't he, Tim? The higher classification point players have more mobility like that. They have more sort of use of their body, if you like, and he was able to wriggle through.
It's one of those experience moves too, isn't it? That, you might see other players out there, but
It's just knowing your chair. As a great pass there from Berry. As Higgins couldn't connect. Popel now with the ball, pushing forward. Uses Brown. Nice job there from Emily to get the seal. And then Brown with another 2.
Again, the lower classification player working in tandem with the higher classification player. I think is coach called the timeout there, Tim?
Yeah, timeout to Coach Kyle there. So as you're saying, like that sealing and the blocking the plays with these lower point players for your team, it's something that doesn't appear on the stat sheet. But how important is it?
Yeah, absolutely right, Tim. I mean, I was a one-pointer myself. I was a lower pointer player, so I probably speak from that point of view and perhaps notice it a little bit more. But with the 14 classification points available to any team on court, taking out the rookie and the deductions that we play with here, but especially if you're talking internationally, having low pointers that can contribute in those ways that perhaps aren't on the stat sheet is vitally important. And you've got to be able to defend above your points classification as well is another key thing for a low point player. Because as we can see here, if you get the mismatch with a higher pointer player, and that's one of the structures that teams try and run is to get the mismatch. The same in able-bodied basketball, trying to get the mismatch. So that's that same sort of thing. So as low point player, you've got to work really hard on your chair skill, your chair speed, your ability, your agility, and everything to be able to create for the higher point players who just have better balance and naturally better shot. They're closer to the basket, Tim, so they should miss less shots, I reckon.
It's the selfless basketball, isn't it? You're putting your body on the line so your teammate can get all the glory in scoring the 2 points. And
it's a team game, so yeah. I mean, if the team gets the win at the end of the game, doesn't matter what the stat sheet looks like, as long as that number one stat, the win, that's what it's all about.
The Fatu now takes a 3, can't connect, Knowles with the rebound. I was just about to say, the celebration drinks always taste the same, don't they? Doesn't matter how many points you score. As Popel now with the ball, kicks across to Knowles. Knowles doesn't take the shot, finds Brown inside. Oh, big hack there. And the hand goes straight up. I don't think he was ever going to be able to deny that one. It was a big swing, big swipe, and big connection on the arm of Brown. He's going to go to the line for 2. So
he drew a lot of attention. There were a lot of tall players around him then. They definitely made it difficult for him. Ended up with a foul in the end. But we talked about earlier that a lot of the Titans are sitting fairly high in their chairs. They are higher classification players. And so while they sit high, they perhaps at this stage of their careers don't quite have the skill and the ability. And I think that's what's probably showing through.
Yeah, but like we said at the start, given an opportunity to play on this sort of level as Brown makes the first free throw, is going to be great for some of these players, not just for this year or next. It might be for a couple of years down the track where they are taking the place of someone like as Brown misses that one. I mentioned Luke Popel. You talked about Jared coming in young and early and seeing these players flourish and grow in their roles.
Yeah, this year, first year, rookie Ethan on the Rollerhawks bench as well. So, yeah, seeing the younger players come through. And, I mean, there's a swag of players coming through there for the Brisbane-based Titans team. And I think probably should put a shout-out to the import that's come over from the US as well. We talked about Peter Berry there. Credit to him for sticking with it, with a team of developing players, really. And the... I guess the commitment that he's showing there, and you can see there he's doing all the right things as well. He's pushing very hard up and down the court, doing everything he can do to work with these guys to make them better.
As Farto now picks up another foul here. Yeah, you're right. I mean, like one thing that's really impressed me is the way Berry's like a second coach on the court in some ways, trying to guide some of these players, these less experienced players out there. But it's a great challenge for him, wouldn't it be? Because to come out here and to try and carry a lot of the focus from other opposition teams and trying to do your bit to drive your team forward. As Tim Rushby-Smith checks in for the first time, checking out Jared Emini.
Yeah, so a game like this, Tim, gives the opportunity for Coach Stibbness to go deep into the bench and give everyone a run, get some minutes under everyone's belt. I think Tim did play in the 3-on-3 game earlier as well, so I guess he did have a bit of a run. He should be reasonably warmed up. But again, we're seeing some different rotations come through in this type of game for the Rollerhawks.
As Tristan Knowles lines up the free throw, connects on the second. So it's a 45-15 lead for the Rollerhawks. We've got 5 minutes 55 left to go here in the third quarter as Berry now pushing the ball up the court. Seeing what's around him. Looks to take on Brown. Rushby-Smith comes out. Berry shoots over the top and connects. He saw that matchup. He liked that matchup and he made good on the shot. So obviously you can't play all the players all at once. Who was the biggest pest for you on the sidelines that you could feel their eyes just staring through the back of your head because they want some extra minutes? As Popel lines up the 3 misses.
I'm not going to let you get away with it. You're going to give me an answer.
No, there's none of that, Tim. I mean, as
It was
I
Nick
mentioned
Taylor,
before,
wasn't it?
everyone has different roles. Nick got a lot of minutes. I mean, everyone has a role, and I think everyone understands. Sure, everyone would like to play a lot of minutes, but I think there's an understanding about where you are on the team, and it doesn't come to game day with the understanding of how many minutes you're going to get. It's kind of knowing what we do at training, how we talk about how we're going to play the game, and I'm sure that the Roller Hawks got a similar understanding here.
Great pass there from Keatley to Fa'atu now for another 2 points for the Titans as Popel looks inside, find Brown can't. Murray gets the ball. He's been really good for them tonight, Murray. He pushes ahead to Berry. Berry, Fa'atu. Like, those three have played really well tonight. A little bit tough when you scores this way, but Berry lines up the street, can't connect on that one, and goes out of bounds. Yeah, so Murray, Berry, and Fa'atu have been really impressive the way that they haven't given up. They've been pushing, they've been talking, they've been driving this whole Titans offense and carrying the team, basically.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, credit to them. I mean, you can see the enthusiasm's there, the drive's there. You know, as we've said before, they're very early in their careers. So you can see they're still learning and developing as they go. But there's lots of potential there for sure. They're learning the basics, running good pick and rolls. There's some subs for the Roller Hawks, Tim.
Yeah, so Jonty Brown, Nick Scott both check out. Ruiz and Klein check back in. We haven't seen Sean Russell yet tonight. I doubt that we will by the looks of it if we're going this deep, don't you reckon?
Well, it'd be nice to see Sean. I was talking to him before the game about getting some minutes. He wasn't too fast either way.
As Klein can't connect on the rebound, gets the ball again through the contact, but can't control it. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's going to be a Titans ball, is it?
No, it should be Roller Hawks.
Roller Hawks ball?
Titans held the ball, but because he was upside down, basically, once your wheels come off the ground, that's a turnover. Violation, if you like.
So, Roll Hawks, you're right. I'm wrong. Fancy that. Knowles now with the ball.
It was lucky guess.
Knowles finds Ruiz, looking to get the play set up. Comes down the middle. Oh, nice little screen and roll there. Finds Klein for the nice little two. Beautiful basketball. It doesn't matter whether it's able body or
pretty
not.
to watch, isn't it? Pretty to watch. And that's what the Titans are trying to execute as well. So it's great seeing both teams executing the finesse, if you like, of wheelchair basketball.
So Murray now with the ball. Kicks across Fa'atu. Looking. Thought he had the shot, didn't. Gets it back to Murray. Shot clock running down. Looking to see someone. Back across Fa'atu. Inside now. We got a foul here as Higgins goes up, but he's been fouled. And the foul's been called on Tim Rushby-Smith. That'll be his first. We're going to have Higgins go to the line for two. Nice little patience there from the Titans. They probably could have rushed a shot up there earlier. They didn't. And here they are finding Higgins down low, who's going to find himself to the line for two.
Yeah, it was a patient offense, and obviously early in your career, you can want to rush things. So it was, credit to them to use the ball, make the Roller Hawks, play defense. Able to get something out of it, get some free throws.
So Higgins misses the first. Takes a second. Much better looking shot. Doesn't connect. Knowles with the rebound. He's not going to waste any time. He's going to push it. As soon as that opening opens up, he's off, isn't he? He's coming straight down the middle now. He's got Ruiz behind him. Uses Popel over in the corner. Back to Ruiz. To Knowles. Looking to move inside. Ruiz now opening up in the middle. Releases out to Popel for three. And he misses that. Murray with another rebound. Fa'atu now pushing the other way. Good job from Ruiz to stop the offense. Williams looking for some action down the middle. Doesn't. He's going to have Fa'atu coming across, but he's been blocked. Looking to get going. Murray wants the ball. Great hands from Knowles. Pushes the ball off Fa'atu's chair. And it's going to be a Roller Hawks ball.
I think the thing now for the Roller Hawks is to maintain the intensity. I mean, it's nearly 28-point game, something like that. For them to keep playing at the level that they need to play at, and not let sort of complacency creep in, not let bad habits come in. The Titans are certainly trying hard, and last offense they did force an outside shot, so it's for the Titans to keep that up.
As Ruiz misses. Here's Berry now. He's going to push the ball. Slowed it right down as he saw the defense come across. Pushes through the middle now. Looking to create something. Causing a few concerns for the Roll Hawks defense there, Berry. Uses Fa'atu. And then back out. Reliever now. He's got Rushby-Smith on him. Murray tries to get released Berry, who shoots it and connects on the shot clock buzzer.
Buzzer beater, Tim. Nice to see. I mean, the points differential might also come into play somewhere here if Coach Stibner's is looking at the overall season. And obviously, two teams are tied at the end of the year. Comes down to points differential. So these sorts of games could be somewhere that he wants to rack up a few, in his favour for points differential.
See another foul there, caught on Fatu. That's his 4th. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here with him. As the bench look down at the troops, and then we are getting some movement, so it's going to change. And we always know that it does get very tight at the top end of the season, at the back end of the season, doesn't it? At the top of the ladder, as Popel misses, Knowles is going to track it down. Does to Klein looked inside, but Murray with the great hands there to steal the pass away from Popel. He's going to push up the court now a little bit. He's got Berry with him. He's got Fatu, who he uses straight down the middle to Berry. Gets the shot up, can't connect. Knowles with the rebound, and then he's going to fly off the other way. The pace of this game is really starting to pick up, isn't it? And we saw the 3x3 earlier. We know that there's a big event coming up as Luke Popel. Great time that Luke Popel got the ball. We've got a big tournament coming up soon with the IWBF 3x3 Open World Championships taking place the 1st to the 3rd of August.
Yes.
Roller Hawks in action there.
Yeah, there certainly are. And as you said, opportune that Luke was just fouled there. He's one of the key players in the Australian 3x3 team, men's team. Also got Klein and for the men's team, and also Hannah Dodd, I believe, Tim, for the women's team in the representing Australia at the 3x3.
Yes, a great representation from the Roller Hawks. Obviously, that will take away from what happens in the normal team, but hey, you can't begrudge that as Popel knocks down the free throw. And of course, the great scenes from that gold medal game, which went down to the final shot, I believe, where Australia came away with that win at the Com Games, was it?
Yeah, Com Games in England. Yeah, that's right. I believe it was England. Yeah.
So Popel now getting ready to take the second shot here. And he connects on that one. He's got a great shot, Luke Popel. When he gets going, he can shoot it, can't he? As Murray now looking to push up the court. They did check out Fatu before. So he's having a break. Hasn't had too many of those tonight. As Berry now looking to create something. Nice little pass. Gets inside. Unable to connect there was Smart.
Just that execution against him was perfect. They ran the pick and roll at the top, rolled down the middle of the paint, feed the ball in. It was just the finish. The finish just isn't quite there yet.
Great pass again. That's the difference, isn't it? We just see another good pass there from Knowles to Klein, who was able to connect. And that's our experiencing. Obviously, Klein, been around the league for a little bit now. Had a little bit more experience. So it does make it easier to finish those shots, doesn't it?
Yeah, just the reps, as you said, experience, time in the game, getting better at finishing those sorts of plays off. But you can see the potential's there. They're doing the right things.
Great defensive pressure there from Ruiz and Klein as well to create the turnover for the Titans. Rollhawks now pushing the ball up the court through Knowles. Steadies it up, run the offense. Comes down the middle now. Out to Popel. I want him to take that. He didn't want to take it, though. He's going to roll into the middle. Great work finding Ruiz for a nice 2. Ruiz didn't like something there, did he? Looking to the referee, and we've got the end of the third quarter. So there it is, end of the third quarter. Nice little quarter there from the Rollhawks. It's 53-21. How did you make that one?
The Rollerhawks continued to extend their lead there. They, as we talked about through the quarter, ran some different combinations, went deeper into the bench, continued trying to do the things that they wanted to do. But on the Titans side, offensively they're positively still running their things. They're not dropping their heads at all, which is great to see as the score starts to blow out. They probably shouldn't look at the scoreboard at this stage. They should just keep concentrating on what they want to do and what they want to get out of the game. And you can see that their intent is certainly there. They're really trying hard to run some of the things they know that Coach Kyle has obviously got them wanting to execute, and we can see over at the huddle at the moment at 3/4 time, the US import Berry is also parting some of his extensive knowledge on the team as well. So, and as we mentioned through the quarter, credit to him, he might get a little bit frustrated at times, being a high level player, but working with some developing players coming through as we talked about earlier. from the Titans team. But there's lots of potential there. You can see they're doing lots of the right things. So it's just a matter of time, as we've said, over the next probably few years, you'll see these players coming through and making their mark on the National League, I'm sure.
Yeah, and as we just quickly run through the leaders for both teams at the three-quarter time break. Jonty Brown leading all scorers with 20 points. Tristan Knowles not far behind with 15, and Geordie Wills with 10. For the Titans, we got Fatu with 9, Murray with 6, and Berry now with 6. He got all those in that quarter, as we spoke about before. Leading rebounders, we've got Tristan Knowles with 11, Murray with 8 for the Titans, and Ruiz and Brown not far behind with 7 and 6 apiece. Jordan Williams, a little cameo there for the Titans with 4 rebounds, so great little impact from him off the bench. Tristan Knowles with 8 assists so far in the game. Luke Pope with 6, Ruiz with 5. You know, those guys have been really passing the ball. Tristan Knowles obviously on a triple-double watch right now, which is not really a surprise to many viewers out there. We've seen that many times from him as we're getting ready to get back underway for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Roller Hawks have wanted to push the ball where the opportunity's there, but then they've been patient as well. Playing some extended defence here again, as we see, to make the a hard shot, early shot there, Tim, from the Titans.
So Murray, we've seen him take that shot a few times. It's not a bad shot for them. As Popel now, wow, they've pushed the ball up the court really quick then, haven't they? Ruiz now back to Popel. You'd like him to take that shot there. He doesn't. He's patient with it, moves his way inside, and he gets, shall we say, he gets hammered? Because essentially that's what's just happened. And that foul has been called on number 9, I believe, Charles Smart.
Yeah, he didn't take the first shot there, did he? They moved the ball around a little bit, then the Roller Hawks, the defence extended. They're able to get a screen or a bit of a pick going there, a bit of a chair contact, and he made his way to the basket, drew the foul.
And, well, it's fair to say he bricked that one.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Yeah.
I'll tell him later on.
We'll close the door. Somebody's left the door open.
So Popel now takes the second one. He makes that one. Much better shot. Now, Rollhawks now, the extended defense, really pushing them, aren't they? Berry now with the ball. A great opportunity for the Rollhawks to try something different and build those connections. That's something we spoke about when we were together last time, weren't we? That you could see they were trying to work on the connections as Murray gets the ball down low, goes to shoot over the outstretched hand of Popel, can't connect on it, Ruiz with the ball. So building these connections now between, we've seen Brown, Ruiz, and Knowles, and now we're seeing Popel in there as Ruiz goes down, makes it 2. How important is that for the team to have different combinations who can fire together?
Oh, combinations are critical, Tim. I mean, you need to know what the other player is going to do without them telling you. Without you have the sense of what's going to happen. You're both reading the play the same way. The coach can tell you do this, do that, but when you're on the court, you can't tell you every floorboard to be on every minute of every game or every second of every game even. So those combinations are vitally important as you go through a season, go through your career even. Perhaps you get to know what players are about, what they're going to do, how they read and another nice combination there.
And right on cue, great combination there from Ruiz and Klein. One of those new ones, but there it is. Klein now gets to the line to take the extra one. It was just great ball movement, wasn't it? And the way that they pushed up the court, you're not giving the opposition any chance to react. They're getting the ball, they're going, and it's 1 or 2 pushes, and the ball's already going in between the hoop.
Well, if you can get there before the defence, it's a way easier game, way easier to get the ball in the hoop than if there's no defence in your way. So, that's got to be your first priority. Well, that's the thing. That's the easy game then, isn't it?
As Berry gets a rebound off the missed free throw, he looks to push up. He finds Keeley. Back to Berry. Looking to spin. Wants to take on Klein. Can't get past him. Looking for some support. He's got Murray at that elbow. Hasn't really moved. And we're going offensive foul, which has been called on Jordan Keatley. Jasha Keatley. Apologies. So Keatley picks up the foul. That's his first. And we see another substitution for the Roller Hawks. Stephen Elliott checked in for his first minutes, taking out Jordan Ruiz. Geordie Ruiz. Wow. I want to call everyone Jordan at the minute. So Popel to Knowles. Looks to see what's ahead. Elliott, they're trying to keep the defense at bay, give Knowles time. Finds Popel over in the short elbow. Doesn't connect. Elliott had the rebound. Klein comes over the top, steals it off him, and then dumps it inside to Tristan Knowles. Stephen Elliott, great job to get the rebound. Thomas Klein, just, smart play by him to pick up the ball and push it down to Knowles.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Stibner's going further down the bench. Oh, yeah, it wasn't a second call from the crowd. The correct call. But Steve Elliott's very fast, very mobile in his chair. You can see here he's back picking, if you like, number 14 from the Titans, making it hard for him to get back in defence. Number 24 it was, my mistake, sorry.
And it's great to hear the crowd still involved in the game as well, isn't it? We've got a passionate Rollerhawks crowd once again, so it's always good to hear and be this close to them. As Knowles looks to shape up, doesn't find Stephen Elliott down low, takes a shot, and that one rolls out. He's used to the rims down at Berkeley where he's been practicing during the week. As we see,
Steve's got a bit of height about him now. He's got the mobility as well to go into there. Another 8-second call.
Yeah, as Berry was looking for support, no one coming. And we're going to have another timeout. Obviously, they want to set up how they're going to release from this pressure, because this is something they might not see too often when the games do get out of hand. You don't expect a team to be push-pressing late into the fourth quarter.
No, and I think you mentioned it earlier, Tim, where it's a game where at this point of the game the Rollerhawks can work on different things. I mean, they don't need to press, obviously, but it might be something they need to use in the future, against other tighter games where they do need to get a turnover, they need to up the tempo. So it is an opportunity for Coach Stibners to go, different combinations that we talked about and run some different plays. And on this occasion here, they're obviously playing a full court defence with Steve very mobile, up at the point of that, at the head of the snake, if you like, on the defensive there, and he's going to cut the results so far.
And we talked about the 3x3 before in the Commonwealth Games success that we had last Com Games, where we came away with the gold for the men. So I think it was like the 23rd of July was marked 1 year until the next Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, right.
So it's coming around quick again. Feels like only about 3 years ago it happened. We expect to see some of these guys out there, some of these younger guys pushing for spots in these teams, don't we? And that's where the exciting part of not just this league, the NWBL, but also the 3x3 that happens before every game that we spoke about before, where the Titans did come away with a nice victory, which they celebrated.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about the World Championship 3x3 coming up soon, and the team selected for that. But then, obviously, in a little less than a year's time, we've got the Commonwealth Games 3x3, which Australia are the current gold medalists in. So, a new team will be picked for that. You'd like to think, or maybe the players that are on the current team would like to think they'll go through to that. But obviously, it's a whole new selection process going through that, I'm sure. But looking to put their best foot forward, and represent Australia again.
And that's where these games prior to, as we see Pope line up the shot, doesn't connect on that one. A little short. Berry taps it away. It's gone to Higgins. Uses Murray. Great release there. Fatu now with the ball. They moved into their offense nicely. He's looking for some support now. He's got Berry over in the short corner. Doesn't use him. And we've been pinged for a travel.
Touch the wheel more than twice. You're allowed to touch the wheel twice while you're holding the ball. If you once you've touched it twice, you need to pass, dribble, do something with the ball. But on that occasion, the referee deemed he touched it at least 3 times. He did have a mismatch there, but he was just trying to square his chair up to get the shot, it looked like, and he just touched the wheel too many times. It's called a travel in wheelchair basketball.
As we see Popel working his way down the middle, kicks it out to Knowles. Can't handle the pass, but he does. So he obviously did. He lines up his shot and misses. I just can't handle the words at the moment. Oh, great save there from Popel to Klein, to Knowles, to Elliott. Oh, and he can't connect as Murray picks up his 5,000th rebound for the night. And he looks to get it out to Fatu. Like I said, these three, Murray, Fatu, and Berry, have all been impressive. As we see the Titans looking to walk down the court, pushing it, takes a shot, can't connect on that one. Popel with a rebound with the outstretched hand. Wilkins to release the offense. Here he is pushing down the middle. It's opened right up for him, hasn't he? Nice little bounce pass to Knowles. And he couldn't connect because he was fouled.
Again, good transition there. A bit of a look pass, I think it looked like from Luke there. Trying to catch the defence napping, and Knowles open under the basket, drew the foul. Again, it's just that getting up and down the court and the strength, I guess, the chair skill, understanding the movement on the court and where to draw the defence to, who's going to be open, and we've got some very experienced players there with Popel and Knowles combining.
Like I said, I think when one of us heckling Luke Popel at half time as Knowles makes the first one.
That was you, Tim? That was you, Tim, heckling? Or was that me?
Well, we'll let the audience decide that. He's really started to put on a show, which is what we asked him to do, wasn't it? As Tristan Knowles now gets ready to knock down the second one. So, Rollhawks now 62-21. We've still got 5 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the game. I talked about Murray with his rebounding right now. He's up to 9 rebounds. He's done a great job for them down low. Limiting the second chances for the Rollhawks where he could. And there he is with a great pass to Fatu, who can't connect on the layup. Rushby Smith the rebound, kicks out to Knowles. And the advantage here now for the Rollhawks, Popel with Klein, uses Knowles out in the wing, comes into the middle, inside to Rushby Smith. You want to see him get a shot up, don't you? He does, can't connect, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Knowles. He's got Popel over on the wing here, kicks it back inside to Rushby Smith, unable to connect. Fatu the rebound, releases with Berry and Murray. Murray now to Berry. Good hands, couldn't control it. And Rollhawks with the ball through Popel to Knowles. Here he goes. Nice job there. And looks to go over the top. Too unselfish at times.
Exactly what I was thinking too, Tim. He could have just taken that himself, you would think. But I think the Titans, I feel like they deserve better. They're executing, their effort, their intent is all there. It's just the last shot, the last little bit that's letting them down. There was just that layup down the other end there again that, you just really feel like they deserve a little bit better than what perhaps the scoreboard is showing.
Yeah, obviously a bit of travel comes in as Murray misses that shot, Knowles with the rebound. When would these teams come down? So obviously they're coming from Brisbane. When would they come down? Was it today, do you reckon?
Yeah, probably travelled today. Maybe an early flight. Brisbane to Sydney's not too far, and then on the bus down to Wollongong.
As Knowles makes a shot there from the short corner.
There can be a factor of a little bit of tiredness can come in. Travelling, typically makes you get a little bit tired from that. You're on the buses, you're checking into motels, you get into the court, all that sort of stuff you do when you travel. So, a little bit of fatigue could be coming in later in the game here.
What about the amount of gear that these teams go with? Because obviously, as we see, Berry knocks down a great shot there. So he gets another 2. And we have a substitution here for the Rollhawks. Thomas Klein's going to check out. And Ethan Halleck checks in for the first time. So, able-bodied teams travel. They've got their bags. They've got their team manager to carry their gear. And that's basically what they go with, right? These guys have got their chairs, their bags, and all the rest of it. And a lot of times they've probably got to carry the gear themselves. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a group effort, a collective effort. Yeah, you're right, though. The lower classification players are usually paraplegic or similar, and their day chair plus a ball chair, perhaps a wheel bag with some spare wheels in it, or their basketball wheels that they take off their chair so they don't get damaged in transit. And the higher classification players like the amputees and so on, they have their chairs and bags as well. So it's just a group effort. Everyone sort of pitches in and gets it all on the bus and gets it off the bus and gets it into the terminal and gets it back off and to the motel and to the courts. And so there is a little bit of logistics, but the managers have a big role to play there as well. I know with the Rollerhawks, Jimmy Williams, he's been the manager for a number of years now. He coordinates a lot of that and is he's great at that, and I'm sure all teams have someone similar.
As Popel dumps inside to Rushby Smith, takes a shot and makes it 2. And you hear that in the crowd, don't you? With the little cheer that comes across. Everyone likes to see that. So
he's worked hard for that. He's been setting seals, and often the picker gets the roll, and that's what happened there. He set the pick, he got the open roll. He missed one earlier, but he made that one. Credit to him.
Berry misses a shot there. He's moved up to 10 points already, Berry. So great pass there. Oh,
that could be unsportsmanlike. If I was a referee, I'd be considering. He did seem to grab him.
Just calling a common foul by the looks of it.
No, okay, I'm not a referee.
There's Popel will line up here for 2. Oh no, baseline. Popel will line up for 2. They're in the bonus. So obviously with a team like this, the first game on a Friday evening is probably going to be a little bit tougher because you do have that factor into it. So, you've got to take the positives out of it, don't you? And I'm sure that they'll be looking to the game tomorrow night
and then again on Sunday, just to get little improvements.
Yeah, that's the thing, Tim. So, they'll go away from today knowing they were executed some things. It was just the polish, as we talked about through the game, and just finishing the final touch, the final layup, if you like, to reward themselves for the effort they put in to get to that point there. But yeah, I'm sure that Coach Kyle will go away. They'll assess the game and look to be a little bit better tomorrow and Sunday again as well.
As Popel makes 2 from the line there for the Rollhawks. So it's a 43-point lead to the Rollhawks as we receive Fa'atu now with the ball. Finds Berry inside. Shapes up, turns, shoots, connects.
Tough basket. Fade away. He had a hand. He's a good defense there from Popel as well. So that shows his class.
Yeah, he's really got himself a little bit loose. So going into those next 2 games will be great for his confidence. As Knowles knocks down the 3. And it's back out to a 34-point lead. So Fa'atu now with the ball. Halak doing some great work there to push in front. Knowles just guiding his trips. Great pass to Murray. And he's unable to connect. Popel with the rebound. Looking to push it out. He's got Halak to his left. Elliott to his right. And Knowles just setting up down low. Doesn't use either of them. Rushby Smith coming down the middle. Nice job to get Popel out of trouble. Uses Knowles, who's going to skirt around the middle, looking for someone to pass to. Doesn't have anyone. He's going to take the shot himself. Well, will he? He doesn't. And it's a shot clock violation. Really looking for that assist, wasn't he? And you hear from Coach Stibners telling Luke Popel that you really need to be a shooter.
Yeah, yes. And we've got a collision mid-court there, Tim.
Is there a surprise that Stephen Elliott was involved in that?
As we said earlier, and Steve's very quick, very mobile in his chair. Obviously up there trying to cause a bit of havoc, you could say. And again, different combinations, different things going on with the Rollerhawks. They don't need to be getting up full court and pressuring chairs, but it's obviously something that they're working on and wanting to make sure they don't drop their standards, really, and not have bad habits creep in for future games against perhaps what they might consider tougher competition.
Yeah, Steve Elliott's one of those players not afraid to have contact, is he?
No, not at all. Not Steve.
As Berry here with the ball, he's got his back to the basket. Nice pass to Murray, who is able to connect for the 2.
Rewarded that time. That was great to see. That's what they've had numerous opportunities like that through the game. On that occasion, they were rewarded, and some of those other ones had to have come off. The scoreline would be a little bit closer. I'm not saying they would have necessarily won the game or anything, but it would have been much more in their favour.
Knowles takes a shot, can't connect. Fa'atu now with the ball. Here they are looking to push out. Only a minute left to go in this game. Fa'atu looking to get Berry open. Doesn't have him. Has Murray down low. Murray, Rushby Smith on him. Back to Fa'atu. Across Higgins. Ooh. Knowles goes down. The way Tristan Knowles pops back up out of his chair, doesn't he?
You see he's a higher classification point player, so he throws himself back up as opposed to lower classification points who don't have the same sort of mobility and need some help usually to get back up. Yeah, but he's
a quality athlete too.
He's an athlete. Well, that helps too, doesn't it? Yeah.
You see a stoppage here. I think they're looking at the shot clock. And so obviously it was a Titans ball there. Shot really didn't go up, but we did get a reset. So I think they're just having a chat about what's left here. And we're going with a 14-second shot clock. So Titans ball, 36 seconds left. Murray now with the ball. Looking to take on Halak. Doesn't like it. Kicks out to Fa'atu. Back to Berry. Lines up the 3. Takes it and banks it home.
Looked like a little set play there, perhaps. He seemed to come off a screen, curl it around. Don't know if the bank was intentional, but it certainly made the shot.
But that's got to be good for his confidence coming into the weekend. Seeing these shots drop. Popel now with the ball. Back to Knowles. Rolls backwards. Looking to set something up. Halak's now going to roll down the middle. Can't use him. Has Popel over. Takes a 3. Can't connect. Rushby Smith with a great job of the rebound. Back to Popel. 7 seconds left. Looking to take his shot. Buzzer beater from Popel, and he connects for the 3. What a great way to finish. 74-32. The Just Better Care Wollongong Rollhawks come away with a victory over the Southern District Titans. Brendan, how did you see that one?
I think the end result was as expected, but definitely as the game went on, I think the Titans started really executing a little bit better, and we saw them certainly get some scores and get some stops. Could have been a factor of the Rollerhawks sort of going deeper into the bench as well and trying to do some different things. But, I mean, I think overall, there's a lot of intent there from them, and it'll be interesting to see how they go over the next couple of games against the Rollerhawks this weekend. And the Titans can get something out of that.
We saw a big effort from the Rollerhawks to go inside the key and look for their points in the paint. 40 points in the paint in that game out of their 74. Do you think that's what we're going to see over the weekend, or do you think they might shift their focus and try something different in the next couple of games?
I mean, they're doing a bit of both. It depends on the combination on the court. You can see when they've got Brown and the like, they're more into the paint. Brown wasn't on there towards the end of the game, so it was a bit more outside play. So it is good, and these sort of games are good opportunities for the Rollerhawks, to get that balance and to work on both styles of game, really. Getting it inside, points in the paint, but also moving the ball around and look for the outside shooter. They'll certainly come up against in other games later this season. So, these sorts of games are for the Rollerhawks to take those sorts of things away, work on certain things, keep their standards, keep their the level of game they don't want to play at. And then for the Titans, as we mentioned, they're intense there. Their execution isn't quite there though yet. That's all, but they're definitely a developing team, and we saw some glimpses of that there tonight.
Well, Brendan, thanks again for tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here, and thank you for tuning in. So, on behalf of the WBA and the NWBL, obviously we'd like to thank the Beluga Foundation for their support of this, but make sure you tune in for the other games across the weekend. If you can't do that, go to a game, and we'll catch you next time. So from Shell Harbour City Stadium, I'm Tim Fairs, joined by Brendan Dow. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.